Hey guys, Namaste. In this video, we are going to see how we can create a chromosome heat map. So what we're going to do in this video is we will visualize the feature associated data, which is a numeric data, as heat map. So like always, I'm going to be starting with some files that I've made beforehand. So these files has the data. So I'm going to be working with two types of data. One is a numeric data that's only positive, and I'm also going to be working with the positive and negative data, so that has a range of negative and positive. So let's get started. So the first step is, of course, to select the chromosome file. And as you see, I'm taking the annotation positive data file. So once you have selected your files, as you always do, you just create your chromomap. But since in the file we have the data, it's going to be very easy to visualize. So what you have to do is go to database annotation plot. And here you have the option of selecting the data type that you're passing in. Like in our case, since it's numeric, we just, keep a numeric and just click visualize data. And what it will do is automatically visualize our data as heat map. So let's zoom in a little so that you can see what it's doing. As you see, each individual locus is now have a color value. So right now we are not showing up the legend. I'll show you like how to do it, but let's first see these locuses. So what happened here is that when you hover over each individual, you can also see the detailed heat map for each locus. So for instance, here, as you can see, for these three annotations within this range, you see that that's how the chromomap shows the detailed heat map for that locus or range. So anyway, so let's go ahead and show the legend as well. So for the legend, you have to go to the data plus properties column. So here you can see there's a show legends checkbox. Go ahead and click that checkbox, and then you have to create chromomap again, and you will see a legend on the bottom right corner of your plot. So right now you cannot see the reason is because the plot dimension has become because of this zoom. What it does, it increases the plot dimension. So go back to the normal plot, and now you can see that your legend is in the bottom right corner. But obviously it's not the best place to be. So what we're going to do is we're going to adjust the X and Y position of this legend. So go to plot properties. Within plot properties, you'll find the legend position. So the X is, you can specify like in this direction. If you want your legend along the X direction, you specify the X. If you want to move your legend to upward along the Y axis, you change the Y. So let's go ahead and say like 100, and then we can see that, what happened, the legend has been bumped up a little. So because our plot is very small, we want it to be closer to our plot. We could say something like 500 and then see that it's quite near to it, and probably, in the X direction, so that it's nice and close. It doesn't matter. You can actually cut it out in the post processing. But yeah, at least now we have a legend quite here. So as you see, what's happening here when you're zooming in is the legend positioning is with respect to the width and height of the plot. So the zooming in is increasing the width and height of the plot, and then hence you need to adjust these again. So I'm not going to be adjusting because it's visible now. So we're going to leave it here. But so basically now you see our data was positive data in the range of 0 to infinity. And so in the legend, you can see from 0 to 100 is the range where, white or light is more closer to 0, while more bluish is close to 100. But what if you want to change the color? So for changing the color, what you can do is go to, again, the data plots properties where you, enabled the legend. If you go down, you see that it allows you to select the colors. So what you're going to do is first select the use custom colors, so that we are telling that you want to use custom colors. You don't want to use these blue. And then you have to select, because it's a continuous heat map, it's a new numeric data. It's not the discrete color map. So you select that. And then it allows you to select the heat colors for each body as well. So we're going to leave this. So in this case, our data is positive. It's not in the range -2 plus infinity. So what we're going to do is, in this case, we can only select 2 color points. So the color points for the minimum and the color point for the maximum. So the color 1 and color 2 are the 2 color points we need to choose if you want to change. So go ahead and change the minimum color point to white and maximum to something like green. And what's going to happen is when you say create, so there it is. So now your heat map will have these 2 color range from white to green. And yeah, that's how you change the heat map color for only positive data. So now we move on to visualize a data which is positive and negative. So what we're going to do is we are going to select our chromosome and annotation file, and I'm choosing the positive and negative, which means the data is positive and negative. And then, of course, you go ahead, because our data is numeric, we just select visualize data, and there it is. Now you can see that there are 2 color values, blue as well as red. And let's go to the data plots property and say show legends. And when you show the legends, you see the legends here. The negative is the values are red and the positive is 150. Again, you can adjust the legend. I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to quickly show you that how you can change the colors for in this case. So again, you have to go to select the use custom colors. And then we can, of course, go to the, we'll just keep it the continuous heat map. Now, in this case, you have the data range -infinity to infinity. So you have to select this so that you're telling that you want to select 3 color points. And as you see, the 3 color points are already chosen. This is for the minimum, which is our negative range. Let's change it to like green. And color 2 is actually for 0, which is the middle point. And color 3, let's just keep this and see how it changes. So we're going to say create, and there it is. Now you see that your heat map colors are changed, and your legend here shows that the negatives is green color, as the positives are blue color. And this is how you can change the colors for the heat map. So in this case, I'm going to be showing you the diploidy. So a double ploidy plot in which the first ploidy's data set is positive and the second one is positive and negative. So I'm going to select the chromosome file in positive data. For ploidy 2, I'm going to select the chromosome and positive and negative data and click to create the diploidy plot. Now, in this case, the data is numeric. You say visualize data, and there you go. So in the first ploidy, the positive data has obviously a scale of only from 0 to infinity. And the second plus, actually, we should create the legend. to see, so in the data plots property, just show legend. So remember that these properties are for each ploidy, so you can select individually to show legends for each ploidy. So if you don't select in the ploidy 2, it will not show it for ploidy 2. So now when you say create chromomap, as you could see, it shows the 2 legends. Now, similarly, you can change the color individually for these 2. So let's actually do that. So in the same is say use custom colors, because you want to use the custom colors. Now for ploidy 1, you have the positive data. So you don't want to select this, but you want to say select some other color like green. Something like this. And for the ploidy 2, you need to check select 3 color points, because like it's the range from minus to plus infinity. So let's go ahead and change this to something like pink, I don't know, or green, or something like that. So when you say create, as you see, it has changed the colors for your heat map. And in the legend, you can see now, well, I kind of use the same color. You can choose another color, but you get the point that how in a polyploidy plot, you can individually control the colors of the heat map. Alright, this is the end of the video. So I hope you enjoyed it. And the next video, I'm going to show you how you can create a discrete color map. Thank you.